blaming our parents for all the things that happened and for all the things that they did is not going to do you a favor, because as a human being we're trying to blame others for all the things that we didn't accomplish, right? And we're not blaming ourselves for the result that we have. We're trying to blame others for the result that we have. It's so curious, like, as a person, and we don't take awareness of that. I want to share you guys my personal story from blaming my parents to healing, to have an understanding of the situation, a compassion to them. I remember exactly the day when my parents got divorced. I was crying as hell. And I will remember the moment that they signed the paper when I was 11. They got divorced. My mom decided to leave my brother and I to my dad. And also because we decided that she left without saying goodbye, without saying nothing. But as a kid, you don't understand that at first, you know. You just feel, okay, this person left and that's okay. And you begin to have this feeling of resentment to that person. You don't think that I'm good enough. That's the thinking that you have. You're going through life thinking that no one is going to love you. My dad decided to take us to my auntie house. He was working alone in the restaurant. Sometimes I will help him to take care of the clients. I was a kid. How can I? And also my brother was a kid as well. How we can help him? So he decided to take us to my auntie house. In 8 years, my mom visited us for 3 times. And every time she visited us, I felt like really anger and resentment to her. I was thinking that why you're here? What is the purpose of you being here? I don't need you anymore. You makes me feel unlovable. Why are you trying to approach me? What is the reason? Because of that, I thought that I was not worthy of all this kind of thing. I decided to pay for my own college. I was working almost 3 years straight being a waitress while I was studying my degree. I did a gap year to pay for my college. When I started university, I was working on the weekend, come back to my city and come back to Madrid where I'm studying my degree. And it was so stressful. I didn't even take notice about it. I started to blame my parents. I started to blame them, like, why I have this difficult life, why I have to pay for my college, why you cannot provide for me to pay for my college, because I don't want to be a burden for my aunties. I don't want them to pay for my college. I think I'm not worthy of that. Yeah, all this resentment, all these feelings that I have, I didn't know how to manage that. It's one that I decided to change, because we're thinking that blaming them will help us in some way. Blaming them will help us to feel relief. We're thinking that it will say to me that they are sorry, but what's the point of them saying sorry to yourself for all the things that they did? They cannot change the past. Like, having them to say to you sorry, it not change any kind of situation. It will not change the past. So that is why the reason that it called past. You have to realize that now that you're a grown-up woman, man, all your responsibility, all the things that you can do right now, it's focusing on yourself, grow yourself, and be a better person, and focusing on the best version of yourself. You cannot change the past. That is something you have to take care of. You have to take the responsibility, and knowing that all the current situation, all these kind of problems that you're having right now, it's all your fault. It's not somebody else's fault. It's your fault, because you can change that. You can change. If you don't want to stay on the same situation, your decision to change it or not, if you don't like the situation. The second thing is that changes your perspective. The way you look at things, it makes you miserable. Your parents, they are trying to do their best with what they know in that moment. It's their first time being parents. It's their first time living life. They don't know how to take care of a child. You have to put in their shoes. I remember I asked my mom for money, and she said, why you need more money? What's the point of that? You're wasting that money because you want to hang out right now with your friends. My therapist said, like, put in her shoes what happened in that moment. I just shift my perspective in my mom's shoes. I'm trying to save money, save little money for you to go into college. I don't want you to waste money. Shifting your perspective and putting your mom's shoes can change completely the whole concept that you have. I was working through my lens. Everyone is working through their lens. Now it's time for you to change it, to working through the lens of your parents. And so that makes you feel more relief when you're trying to change the perspective that you have. Forgive all the faults, all the mistakes that they did. It is something that it happens the first time they're trying to be a person and a human being. They're trying to do the best. Who doesn't want to have a full family with all the members and give you all the love and all the things that you want, the travel, the money? Everyone wants it. But situation happens and you cannot change it. There's another tip I want to share you guys, which helps me a lot also. It's using visualization and heal your inner child, your little kid when you were young. Visualize yourself as a grown-up man that you are right now, who you are right now, and see the kids that you were before, saying to them, like saying to her or him, you're doing great. No matter what is going to happen, I'm with you. God is with you. I will help you through this. You're going to be okay when you grow up. And all the validation that you need is going to be from me and from God. You don't need someone's validation. You just need me, and I will love you. You just see yourself hugging the little kid that you were before. That will help you a lot to heal your inner child. Also, you have to take notice that by blaming others, you are giving them power to control you. When you blame your parents, they have the power to control you with all the history. One day you will not control your emotions. I said to my mom, I want her to take notice of that and say me sorry. She did not. She said, it's your fault. Why is my fault? And I began to cry. They have the power over you. Whenever they say it, you're going to feel all this emotion around the situation. Take your power back, knowing that you don't need them. You don't need their approval. You have to know yourself, to validate yourself. Another tip, which is write a letter for them. Write a letter for your mom. Write a letter for your dad. Just saying all the things that you were not happy about it. You can release all this emotion that you have before. Release all the past, really, of the pain that you have. This situation makes me feel this way. And if you want it, you can share with them the letter or not, or maybe you can just throw it out. But it is a sign for you to forget the past. It is a sign for you to release that. It is a sign for you to forgive yourself. And the last one will be a little bit controversial, or maybe a little bit like difficult for you guys, is to rebuild the relationship with your parents. Why I'm saying that? It was so difficult for me to rebuild the situation with my mom. This resentment, all this angerness with her, you just know there's something in you, and as a woman we have this intuition, right? My intuition was always saying to me, you have to connect with your mom. Even though she didn't take care of you all these many years, you want her nearby you. And I know that. I know from my bottom of heart, I know I want her. I want to be taken care by her, or maybe one day I will be taking care of her. Something that is difficult. Yeah, I know. It's completely understandable because I have to throw away my ego. But the step of taking away your ego from that equation is to see your mom as a kid. She's trying. If she's trying to connect with you, why I cannot rebuild the connection with her? Why? You know? And if she's trying to enter in your life and makes your life better, why I cannot forgive her? And you have to see in that point of view. Having a connection with your mom, dad, and relieve all this emotion towards them, it is for your child self, it's for your future self. Having this connection, it is so important. Having a good relationship with your parent, it matters. So you can be a better person, so you can connect with others, so you can heal your feminine side and your masculine side. Feel gratitude. Feel gratitude if you have your parents around you and they are alive. They did the best they could. They're trying to give you the best, but that was not something that it happened. Feel gratitude that they were there to have all the things that you can have. We don't need anything now. We have food on the table. We have our family members. We have clothes to wear. If you have your two parents alive, it's the best thing you could have right now. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you like this video. Just share with someone that needs this video.